Thank you very much. Can we please stand up for a moment of silence? Please remain standing as we remember those that have sacrificed their life for this country over the years. May the souls of our heroes departed rest in perfect peace. Amen. You may be seated. My fellow Nigerians, my name is Isiaka Ishola, Balogun. And with a very heavy heart, I have come to have a conversation with you today. There is too much bloodshed in this country. There is too much bloodshed in this country. For a country that did not shed one drop of blood to attain independence, we have continuously shed the blood of our heroes and our future generations for the past 60 years. This is no longer acceptable. The existential threat that this country faces is that of more bloodshed and possibly disintegration if we do not arrest this situation that we find ourselves. We are faced with the dangers of banditry, terrorism, and insurgency every day in our homes, on the highways, in the marketplaces, at churches and mosques, and now even on the railroad. This is unacceptable, and this is un-Nigerian. Nigerians should not be shedding the blood of Nigerians. We should say never again to this act of terrorism and banditry and insurgency that is pervading our society, making it difficult for us to enjoy the bountiful nature of what this country has to offer us. We are a beautiful, happy nation, and the fear of disturbances coming from insurgents is making it difficult for us to enjoy a comfortable life. This is by no means not the only problem we face in this country, but this is the most terrifying problem that we have right now. I want to tell you today that this is a factor of bad and unresponsive leadership. Now, don't get me wrong. We've had bad leadership in this country for 62 years. And we've managed to survive it. But this is the first time in the history of this country that a government comes into power, understanding that there are problems that we face as a people. The government has done nothing about it, and worst of all, this is the first time in the history of Nigeria that a government has made our situation worse. This is no longer tenable. The people responsible for what is going on in this country right now are in government. They are still in government. And the most insulting part of it is some of them are actually offering themselves to be leaders of this country for the next 4 years, if not the next 8 years. This, my fellow Nigerians, is a slap on our faces. We have become the laughingstock of the world. People are making fun of us because of the decisions we've made. We have people running for office in this country today that will not qualify to run for dog catcher in any other advanced and civilized country. None of the candidates running for office in Nigeria today is electable in any civilized nation. You do not call yourself the leader of a party and sit around for 8 years watching your citizens get killed just because you have a lifelong ambition to be president. You do not sit around in a government that you believe can do better to where you actually decide you're going to run for the office yourself and not resign from that office when you saw that the things that was happening does not meet your religious standards. You do not run for president just to get a diplomatic visa to enter America. The time has come for our leaders to understand that they need to take a leave and let new leadership come in and take care of the issues confronting this great nation. It is not about leadership anymore. Government is about the people. If you want to run for office, you need to have a purpose. And that purpose has to do with the people you are trying to serve. If you are running for office for your own personal aggrandizement, then you should not be in office. We have run this democracy the wrong way. Our judiciary is not independent. Our legislature does not know the difference between allocation and organization. They don't know the difference between a bill and a constitutional amendment. They don't know the difference between appropriation and expenditure. We have come to the point now where we need to point it out to them. It's either you do know what you're doing or you don't know what you're doing. I choose to believe that they don't know what they're doing. The most disturbing part of what I am here to discuss with you today is this. Please, I want you to take note of this very, very carefully. In October of this year, Nigeria will be 62 years old. In the 62-year history of this country, not one single government has solved one single problem. in this country. Any problem that we've ever faced in this country, either natural or man-made, has never, ever been solved by any government. The last time anybody solved a problem in this country was before independence. Like I said, it's a 62-year history. So we can't just blame it all on this current administration. But this crop of administrators since 1999 are the first in the history of this country to make situations worse. I am not going to pretend to know too much about government, but I've been close to where good government works. And when there is good government, people don't go hungry. When people are hungry, you feed them. When people are thirsty, you give them water to drink. When the sun is hitting down on your people, you provide affordable housing and shelter for them. When your elderly are sick, you provide good medical care for them. You take care of your children from the day they were born till the day they die. That is the responsibility of a good government. For 62 years, every government, either democratic or dictatorial or despotic or authoritarian, has failed woefully to meet the needs of our people. They don't know how to provide jobs. I do. They don't know how to solve the problem of healthcare in this country. I do. They don't know how to protect us from criminals and bandits. I do. They don't know how to make our economy work for everybody. I do. They do not know how to make this country progress on a daily, weekly, monthly, or annual basis. I do. This is a beautiful country. My Nigeria is a great country. People that don't belong in government have come to hijack the good nature of this country, and they have trampled upon it and tarnished it, and I'm here to say to you, we cannot allow this to continue any longer. It is time to do something about it. It is time to have a leader with a clear vision of where Nigeria is supposed to be among the community of nations. It is time to have a leader with exceptional leadership skills to make this country where it's supposed to be. We can no longer watch people make excuses as a national policy. Explaining why people are killed is not doing something about why people are killed. Our rivers don't have fish. Our cows don't make milk. We are desperately looking for milk and honey in a land that is filled with it, because our leaders have chosen to look for something else. The time has come to change the narrative. That is why today I am announcing my intention to run for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to be president of Nigeria today because I believe from the crop of candidates we have running around the country wanting the same job, I am the most prepared, the most ready, the most qualified, and the most electable. We need a country that is going to be an exemplar to the rest of the black world, and Nigeria is that country. And if you give me your mandate to rule this country, run this country, lead this country, manage the affairs of this country for the next 4 years, I will deliver to you a Nigeria that is bigger, better, and more inclusive than what we have today. So I ask you, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago?
No.
Well, it's time to get rid of the people responsible for that. We have the capacity for greatness. We have the capacity for cohesion. And as God is my witness today, I will work tirelessly, relentlessly, with tremendous effort, with the support of people like you and the rest of the country, to bring this country to where it's supposed to be. Not a country with potential, but the greatest country on the surface of this earth. Nigeria needs peace and tranquility. No country can develop without peace. We need sustained peace. We need sustained growth. We need universal education for our children. We can deliver that. I will revamp the healthcare system of this country. I will provide 4,000 new doctors within 2 years. In our first 100 days in office, I will bring the government so close to the people that anybody that needs anything from the government will not have to go more than 15 to 20 miles to get help. So help me God. Amen. It is time to take this country out of the valley of despair, place it on the mountaintop, make it a shining light for the rest of the world to see. Let the world know, with President Isiaka, Ishola, Balogun, that Nigeria, the giant of Africa, is back. And we are not looking back. We will create jobs. We will in fact start creating jobs before we even get into office. But let me assure you that jobs will be priority one. Security is on its own, it's out there, it is an existential issue of a proportion that we can't imagine. We have to take care of security. But aside from that, jobs, healthcare, education, transportation, aviation especially, we will deal with those issues. Any problem that Nigeria faces today, we can start solving from day one in office. Now there might be other problems that will arise once we get into office. That is the job of a government, to respond to problems and to be responsible for the welfare of your people. That is our job, and that is what we intend to do. Now, before I finish, I want to talk to those of you that are aggrieved. Let me start with the academic staff Union of Universities. I know you have a contract agreement with the federal government. I know it's 13 years old and they say that it has not been honored. I am assuring you right now that if you send your team to me, I will bring together a team that will go into negotiations with you right now so that from day one, when we are in office, we will no longer have contractual issues with your organization. Our children deserve to be in school. They don't need to be on the streets when they should be in the classroom. And our teachers, our professors deserve to be adequately compensated. But we have to do everything in the interest of the nation, make sure that we do not hurt one sector of our economy in our quest to make another sector happy. This also goes for everybody. The National Union of Road Transport Workers, you have issues with the government. Engage us now. Join us now. Let us talk it over now, so that for the first 4 years of our administration, we will have no problems with strikes and work stoppages. I am calling on members of the Nigerian Medical Association to do the same thing. I'm calling on the Nigerian Labour Congress to do the same thing. Let us use this moment to resolve whatever problems we have, so that once we come into office, this beautiful engine called Nigeria will just start revving like a fine-tuned machine, and nobody will be left behind. In conclusion, I do not believe that anybody should kill their fellow man. You can't take a life that you can't create. So I don't like terrorism because it serves no purpose other than to put fear in the mind of people. I do not like insurgency without a reason. And I'm not going to be here to say that terrorists have no reason. I just don't agree that any reason should lead to the killing of another human being. But having said that, I heard that some groups have said openly that the government knows what they want. I am not going to be here advising the government on what to do. But I am telling you today, if the government knows what you want, then you need to let me know. Because I am the government you will have to deal with in 2023. So let me know now, so that we can try to accommodate each other. But before then, I am appealing to you. Put down the guns, stop the violence, stop the terrorist attacks, stop killing innocent citizens, respect the lives of our brothers and sisters in southern Kaduna, in Plateau, in Niger, in Zamfara, Bauchi, Gombe, Yobe, Borno, Enugu, Imo. Practically all over the country is burning up because our leaders are asleep at the wheel. No more. I ask you to put down the guns, put down the knives, give me a chance to resolve this issue so that we can all live in a peaceful and gracious Nigeria. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and may God protect our troops standing between us and danger. Thank you very much.